When I first reached out to you in March, I was working for a global dietary supplement company, and I was looking for a video producer that could help us create branded educational content so that we could take our marketing message directly to the consumer. What we were looking for in that team was somebody that had deep experience in social media, that also understood how to create content, but equally as important, we were looking for an organization that could help act as a producer and a director to help us map out the entire vision from beginning to end. And it was important to work with Brickhouse Media because of the deep experience that you had, the fact that we were pioneering something that had never been done before. So we were looking for people that had experience in media, but also had experience managing and directing a project from beginning till final edit. First, I was told that I couldn't find anybody here in town that was doing this kind of work. So that made me smile when I found Brickhouse Media right in our backyard. The other thing that hit me was that the website was very thorough and it had examples of other projects that Brickhouse Media had produced. So I was able to get an idea just by watching the content that was already created that this was a team that we wanted to work with, that they weren't just artistic, but they understand communication and they understand social media. So it was really exactly what we were looking for. Not just somebody that could film the content, but Brickhouse Media was able to understand that in our particular project, we were creating something that had never been created before. We had to color within the lines and communicate dietary supplements in a way that's compliant with the Federal Trade Commission. And Brickhouse Media had done previous work in the investment arena, where they understood the limitations of what you can and cannot say in a particular market. So it wasn't just the video ability. A lot of people can do that. It was the vision, it was the artistic direction, and then for me personally, it was helping me and the team organize everything. One of the things Brickhouse Media did for us is they kept fastidious notes. Every single phone conversation, every word that was communicated went down in writing. There were master spreadsheets with every contact, with every person that was involved, with every deliverable and every date. And that made the people that I was reporting to very comfortable. Upper management really liked how organized Brickhouse Media is. So the entire process really started first with brainstorming sessions with Brickhouse Media, which I was very, very grateful for. We had and I had my own ideas of what I thought it should look like. But because Brickhouse Media had produced so many videos for different companies, they were able to bring an objective, third-party sort of a view of our project. After the brainstorming sessions, then came mapping out the entire production. So there were deadlines and dates for scripts. There were dates for the scripts to be locked. There were script approval dates. And then I got to meet the rest of the team. That was very, very exciting. So it wasn't just the principal at Brickhouse Media. It was his entire entourage, the people that worked with lighting, the people that ran the cameras, the people that did the makeup, the entire team. It was an ecosystem of true professionals that understand that the future in communication is to record everything forever. They were very, very sensitive about the attention to detail. I couldn't notice some of the changes in lighting, for example, or some of the choices that were made in particular camera angles. But they were so concerned about the finished product, not just how it looks, but also how it sounds. So it tapped into the fact that most people are consuming their content at the ends of their phones. The lighting has to be right, the sound has to be right, everything has to be right. And that's why I was so happy to work with Brickhouse. Yes, when I first approached Brickhouse Media, the marching orders were to actually build a set, our own podcast video set. And so one of the things that was very exciting to work with Brickhouse was to test different ideas back and forth, to look at different studio setups, and then to work with the art director for the company that I was representing at the time, because that's very important. And so one of the things I very much appreciated was the flexibility that Brickhouse Media helped us go from one idea to another idea to the ultimate idea. And that was very exciting for me because they weren't so stuck on their own confirmational bias. There was a tremendous amount of flexibility. So we ended up building a set, a beautiful set inside of the company. And it was, one of the shining achievements of my career. One of the most exciting things that came out of my interaction with Brickhouse Media was analyzing what we actually wanted as a group. And Brickhouse helped me understand that we needed to begin with the end in mind. What I mean by that is we filmed a relatively long form production, about 35 minutes for each episode. But Brickhouse helped me understand that what we should do is we should reverse engineer the entire process, meaning most people are only going to watch a 15 to 30 second clip. And we all know that, whether it's on TikTok, whether it's on YouTube Reels, whether it's on Instagram, wherever it is. And so what was an amazing thing that came out of the collaboration was beginning with the end in mind. We basically filmed 30 minutes worth of content to produce 50 to 60 30-second clips. And so that's why I would recommend that people work with Brickhouse Media. There are many people that are out there that can help you film something beautiful. It's another to work with a team that understands that our goal is to stay top of mind and to stay top of funnel. So they helped us create something that could live on YouTube in its entirety. The segments could live on YouTube, and then the individual clips could be pushed out into social media everywhere. So it was a great bang for the buck. We were able to produce maybe 75 pieces of content, I'm not exaggerating, from a 30-minute interview. And one other thing that I do need to mention is that many people can help you make something that's beautiful, that sounds good, but keeping the audience in mind and always making it about the audience, where that is where the emphasis is. As Aristotle said, it's always about the audience. Brickhouse Media was very, very good in helping reinforce at every opportunity, what does this mean to the viewer? What does this mean to the consumer? And is it landing in a way that the consumer will understand? That's one of the big reasons why I encourage people to work with Brickhouse Media, because it's not just creating a video, it's creating a plan that you can scale and execute. And I can't say enough about them. They're probably the best that you'll ever find.